Okay, today is Friday. Lord have mercy, it is one hot, humid day. Good gravy, it's hot. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure you're staying hydrated. I have water in here. This is not Gatorade, it's an empty bottle with water and ginger. Water and ginger. I buy those small jugs, about this size, but they're glass, of pressed, not concentrate, but pressed ginger. And it's really strong, it's really strong. So what I do is I met it out, divide it up, and just add it to my water. Every time I refill this, I'll put some ginger in there. About maybe a quarter of this will be ginger, and then throw it in the refrigerator and let it get nice and cold. It's really good for your digestive system. It's good for your stomach and all that crap. Fuck. Oh, excuse my language. All right, so what's going on with me? All right, I don't really want to talk about me. It's such a boring topic, Every day's the same now, basically, more or less. A lot going on out there in our society. But let's talk about working out. It's summertime, man. Are you guys stepping it up, or have you stepped it up? Are you on your way? Or maybe you're already there, and if you are, congratulations. Are you on your way to the physique that you wanted for the summer? Well, let's not forget now, the time to prepare for the summer is during the winter months or the fall, and when you start to cover up. I always liked to make my most drastic changes during that time, since we're seasonal. We have seasons here. Weather-wise, I like to take the time when I would normally be wearing more clothing because it's colder out. People don't really see what's under all the clothes. Although once you get to beyond a certain size, you really can't hide it just by throwing clothes over it. But I like to make my biggest transformations, or I used to, during those months, so when it warmed up and you unveil the clothes, then it's like you got a whole different look. You look totally different from the year before. Oh, Lord. I've been grilling a lot. I've been eating more red meat than I have for a while. Am I eating red meat almost every day? I think I might be eating a little bit of red meat every day now. And that's just because we had Brother Burl down with his wife, and we had Brother Brent was down from All Heart, Armed and All Heart, the BMG himself. He was here with his wife. So, I got a bunch of food. So we'd have a lot to eat and a grill and a variety of stuff. And I had quite a bit left over. So I'm eating that shit. Mercy me, mercy me. I can almost ride my bike again now. Almost. Almost. And I got the thumbs up to go ahead and work out a little bit. I can't do anything lower body. I still can't bend down and stand up very easily with this leg. Everything has to be accomplished with the power of my right leg. So I'm going to physical therapy. And I'm scheduled to have abdominal surgery in August. So if that transpires, that'll lay me up for 6 weeks probably, as I recover from that. What they're going to do is, well, here's an interesting topic. Let's do that. Something crawling on me. I need a ladybug. I don't want to kill her. Yeah. Anyway. People are more treacherous than ladybugs, by the way. If you're thinking, oh, this big soft son of a bitch don't even want to hurt a ladybug. No, I don't want to hurt a ladybug. I don't want to hurt anything that ain't out to get me. Anyhow, there's a lot of a lot of commentary on different aspects of bodybuilders' physiques, changes in the physique as they age or as years go on and on. You see guys, you have a lot of speculation about what causes the distended stomachs and guts in bodybuilding, and I've told you before what causes it, and I'm right. People say, oh, it's the GH, it's the insulin, it's a combination of the two. No. What it is it's a twofold thing. Number one, as you continue to eat these enormous amounts of food in these bigger bodybuilders, it continually stretches the stomach. The stomach's an organ. It continually stretches the stomach. And then when you diet down, it's not enough time for the thing to snap completely back. And even when you're dieting, the amount of food that a lot of guys diet on now, bigger guys, is still a copious amount of food. I probably ate more food dieting than I ate off season. To tell you the truth, there's different foods. But volume-wise, I probably ate more when I was really big. And I'll put a picture of that in here. How big was I? Well, there's plenty of pictures out there, but I don't think this picture is anywhere out there. It's difficult to find, so I'm going to put this picture up. And in this picture, I'm well over 280, maybe I'm 290-ish. So the other thing a lot of people speculate on is the abdominals on a lot of bodybuilders. How it begins to spread down the middle. You see the abdominals spreading apart, and the separation or delineation in the muscles down the middle widens. And people, again, oh, it's GH, it's insulin, it's both. No. Stop showing your ignorance. The main thing you should do is worry about you. If you have that issue, right? Most of these dudes are people in their mom's basement, sitting on their phone or the keyboard, keypad, on all these forums, writing away with nicknames like Big Guns and things like this when they're sporting a set of 16 inches or something. Worry about you. If that's your issue, then you'll find out what's causing it, wouldn't you? Would you just live with it when it could be a complicated health issue? Okay, so what it is when the abs start to spread is as you age, this abdominal sheath that's under here, it begins to, the elastic aspect to it begins to lose elasticity, and it begins to get thinner. As it's pulled, it gets really thin. And that's why older bodybuilders or bodybuilders been lifting a long, long time, that's why they become more prone to having hernias in this region, because the sheathing gets very, very thin. So I recently had a CAT scan, a CT scan, and the doctor went over it with me, the surgeon, and he showed it to me, and he showed me how thin that shit is getting in places, and it came through right here. So I have a ventral hernia right here now, related to this accident. When I caught this transmission, it was thin and just blew through there. So training, it didn't blow out, right? But I don't do anything really too risky nowadays. I know I'm old, I don't try to lift the kind of weights I used to lift. But catching that transmission, that all of a sudden, oomph, that did it. So to fix this, he explained to me, as you age, your abs are going to spread apart because this loses its elasticity and it gets thinner as it's stretched and pulled apart. So what they're going to do is they're going to go up the middle and pull these abs together. All of this, pull these together and sew it up, staple it up, whatever the hell they do to affix them together up the middle. And then they cover it, the whole abdominal cavity, with this sheathing, this mesh, this netting. And that way, they've pulled it close together, and then when it heals, it's tightened back up. And then you have the additional extra sheath covering all of it so that it spreads out the force, so that the force is absorbed throughout the whole thing rather than concentrated in one small area where it could be thin, to prevent future hernias, hopefully, right, or to preclude the propensity for an older guy to have that happen, to have these issues. So that's supposed to be, he stressed to me, he told me 3 different times, this is extremely painful. This surgery is a major surgery, it's extremely painful. He's told me that like 3 times. So So I take it it's extremely painful to go through, but pretty much have to have it done, you know, to restore your baseline quality of life, which is what they're trying to get back to, try to recapture. So that's what that is, and that's why you see these guys as they get older, you see their abs are spreading. Well, their abs are spreading because this sheathing is stretching. It's old, it loses its ability to snap back, and as it's stretched, it's pulled thin. Makes very good sense. Makes very good sense. So hopefully in August, if all goes well, I'll have that fixed. That'll lay me up for a little bit, but in the long run, then over the winter, after it's healed, I'll be able to, you know, start to get back into shape, and I'll be able to do things. I should be basically 100% again, you know. So I don't foresee after this surgery having to have any more issues with that kind of thing. But that's what that is, if anybody's wondering. Also, as you get excuse me, as you get older, you may have noticed when older guys do sit-ups, or when you sit up or whatever, you might see a bulge up the middle. And that's because that abdominal pressure is pushing out, and that wall is gotten thin and stretched out. You know, you can check it out yourself. Sit up or do a crunch and hold it. Hold it in a static contraction and look and see if you see that bulging up any at all. It's normal that you will, because it gets thin. Anyway, that's it. It's super hot out here. I'm going to drink this rather than talk. And then I'm going to get in the shower because I've sweated and sweated and sweated. Anyway, you guys take care. Hope you're having a great day.